Looking forward to a day at the track. I thought I was looking pretty suave and debonair, all dressed up in my best racing black. I saw a girl wearing real tight cut-off denim. She was alone and looked like she might lock a date. I gave her my best body language with my favorite pickup line. She shook her head and then she said, let's get something straight. Girls like fast cars too, so excuse me if we obstruct your view. We don't need to be a company to enjoy this place. Believe me when I tell you that we come here for the race. We love speed, we love power, and it's more than just a few. Girls like fast cars too. Yeah, that's what she told me. With my ego bruised, I told her, hey, it's no big deal, I'm cool, let the show begin. 43 laps later, I was so into the race, I almost didn't see her look at me and grin. She said, it's obvious we've got a lot in common. Your driver isn't mine, but that's okay. Now she's my girl, we share the world of racing, we're in love, and I thank my lucky stars every day. I got girls like fast cars too. Excuse them if they obstruct your view. They don't need to be accompanied to enjoy this place. Believe me when I tell you that they come here for the race. They love speed, they love power, and it's more than just a few. Girls like fast cars too. Your view. They don't need to be accompanied to enjoy this place. Believe me when I tell you that they come here for the race. They love speed, they love power, and it's more than just a few. Girls like fast cars too. Believe me, girls, yeah, girls like fast cars too. Yeah, step on it.
Down the backstretch, get back into the starting order. Lovelace on the outside, Medina on the inside. There's Horton, Bolin, Harper. 22 is Duncan, 37 Stearns, and 21 is Brother Bolin. And here we go! Problems right off the bat as they come by the grandstand. Horton spins. She's back under her own power. Problems for Harper. Harper won't even complete lap one. But Medina will. Medina with the lead in front of Lovelace and Bolin. There's your top three in the fourth spot. A good battle now between Duncan and Stearns. Remember, our top four advance, so the fourth spot very important here. As they come by the grandstands, it's Medina still with the lead. Lovelace gives chase. Then it's Tracy Bolin in the 11J car. And Medina takes him down the backstretch now. Problems. Horton is off the pace. Medina into turn 4 now, coming by the grandstands to complete lap number 3. So it's Medina. Lovelace gives chase along with Bolin, then Stearns and Duncan in the 22. There's Tom Bolin, brother Tom Bolin, 21J, and there is Junkyard Julie Horton. And so now Lovelace looking to make a move down the backstretch on the inside. Can't catch Medina. Into turn 3 now they go. Lovelace on the lower groove. Medina goes outside. Here they come by the grandstand. Lovelace giving chase. And so Medina down the backstretch now. Medina, Lovelace, Bolin, Stearns, Duncan, Bolin, and Horton. Here they come by now to complete lap number 6. And it's Medina still with the lead. Lovelace trying to get the inside line on Medina. Bolin content to watch from 3rd. Stearns in the 4th spot, the last transfer spot. Here comes the white flag. That's the end of lap 7, and we'll go one more lap now. Medina leading them down the backstretch. Lovelace needing to make a move at this point. He'll dive and low in turn 3, and he'll look to take the inside groove as they come by, and Medina will cross. Medina, Lovelace, Bolin, and Stearns, your top 4 to advance. And then it's Duncan, Bolin, and Junkyard Julie Horton. All right, the 40 is Ray Davis of Galt. 39, Chris Mays. 94, Brenda Mays. 47, Aaron Schenkel. And 13J is Jeff All of Lodi. And here comes the green flag now, 8 laps. So Pacheco takes the lead in the 92 as he leads them into turn 4 now. The rest give chase. Here they come by the grandstands. It's Pacheco. It's Mays, Barberis, Davis, Schenkel, Mays, All, and Stacy Greenmeyer rounding out the field. And Pacheco takes lap 3 as your leader, followed by Chris Mays in the 39, Aaron Schenkel 3rd. The 4th spot, the final transferring spot, is the 58 car of Barberis. The rest of the field is Brenda Mays, 41 Greenmeyer, 13 is Jeff All, and 40 Ray Davis of Galt rounding out the field now. And a spin for Brenda Mays in turn 4, back under her own power on the infield grass. Here comes the rest. And that will just about do it for Mays as she heads towards the infield. Problems for the 40 car of Davis of Galt. He's on the infield grass as well, looking for a spot to jump in. And 6 laps are now complete. Pacheco still your leader, followed by Chris Mays, 39, 47. Problems for the 13J of Jeff All, back under his own power now. Here comes the leader, taking the white flag. 1 lap to go now. 7 down, 1 to go. Pacheco still your leader. Chris Mays giving a chase with a new carburetor. He'll dive down low as they go into turn 3, giving Pacheco a run for the money. Here they come. Mays will lose the back end, and Pacheco will win the qualifying heat, our second qualifying heat for the pure stock division. The second spot going to Chris Mays in the 39. Then it's Aaron Schenkel, 47. And finally, the fourth transferring spot is the 58 car of Casey Barberas. The players, 54, that's Donna Treadway of Stockton. 52 is Mike Soyseth of Collegeville. 43, Brian Clark. 67, Johnny Bird. 16 is Adam Ramsdale of San Jose. 74 is C.W. Davis of Stockton. Number 60, of course, is Stacy Medina. And rounding out the field in the 96, that's Doug Lane. Doug Lane normally driving the 50 car. Doug driving the number 96 Gary Schaefer Jr. car this evening. And he will start from the very rear of the field. So it's Treadway, Soyseth, Clark, Johnny Bird, C.W. Davis. And here they come. Adam Ramsdale as well. Here they come to the acceleration line. And we're going green. Soyseth to the lead. He'll lead him down the backstretch. 52 is Soyseth. 54 is Treadway. Then it's Clark. Ramsdale and Bird are neck and neck, and now Ramsdale jumps ahead. Now Doug Lane gets into the mix. Then C.W. Davis, 74, and Stacy Medina, 60. Here they come past the stripe. Soyseth with the lead. Treadway, Clark, Ramsdale, Doug Lane, C.W. Davis, and Johnny Bird and Medina rounding out the field. And so Soyseth completes lap number 2, followed by Treadway, Clark, Lane, Davis, Bird, Medina, and Ramsdale now chopping off the lead. So Soyseth out for a cruise. The rest of the field looks like this. Treadway, Clark, Lane, Davis, Bird, Medina, and Ramsdale. Soyseth now with about a 20-car lead on Treadway. The battle for the top 4. Oh, problems for Treadway in turn 3. All right, so we are under yellow. Possibly a problem with the throttle sticking in the 54 car of Treadway. And it looks as though she's moving around in the car and climbs out of the car now. So an unfortunate turn of events there for Donna Treadway in the 54. Quite an impact with that wall. I'm sure she probably has the wind knocked out of her, but it appears as though she's walking and has the helmet off now, and she'll make it back to the pit area. So let's have another hand for Donna. And so as I mentioned earlier, C.W. Davis has rejoined the field now at the rear. I know that he had some problems earlier during hot laps with the fan belt. One after another just kept coming off of that car. So, and he tells me he's here by himself tonight. He's his pit crew. And here comes your green flag now on 3 laps. 3 laps with the pure stocks. And Clark giving Soyseth a run for his money now. And there they go on to turn 2 and down the backstretch. Soyseth will take that lead from Clark. Jump on ahead. Johnny Bird in the 3rd spot. Now some problems with Ramsdale. Well, just when you thought it was safe. That happened so fast there. Problems for Ramsdale, 16. The 60 car I think slimly, narrowly may have avoided the worst of that. Doug Lane also slightly involved, and C.W. Davis heads back to the pits now. So let's see. We've got a hood. We've got another hood. It's kind of like a crime scene. All righty, race fans, 2 laps left in this 8-lap qualifying heat for the Pure Stock Division on IB Benedict Auto Parts night here at the 99 Speedway. Huge green flag. We're back to green. And Soyset jumping out front. Clark right on the outside of his right rear fender. And then it's Doug Lane, Johnny Bird. Lane now slipping into the 3rd spot. He'll bump Bird as he goes by. Medina rounds out the field. Here comes Clark Lowe now. Clark Lowe. And Soyset goes high, but he'll keep the lead. And there's the white flag. 1 lap to go. Soyset will lead him down the back. Top 4 cars will advance. Now remember, Soyset first, Clark second, Doug Lane third in the 96 tonight, and 67 Johnny Bird are your top 4. And it looks as though they will finish indeed that way. Well, the one thing to remember about these qualifying heats is, you know, you got to be there at the end. And so right off the bat, problems with a 35 car, and that's going to jam things up in turn 2. That's Dennis Fowler in the 35. Problems for 17, Mike Graham, as well as the 71 car of Jason White. And there's some problems there between 17 and 71, and somebody might have to get a hose to break those 2 up. So Dahl now jumps to the lead. Anderson Jr. says, he bumps. They swap paint. 5. Anderson Jr. now takes the lead. Then it's Orville Dahl, Cindy Kornstrom, Fowler now on the infield. The 10 is Amy Sullivan currently in the 4th spot. That's the final transfer spot. Remember, the top 4 will transfer. There's Anderson Jr., Dahl, Cindy Kornstrom, and Amy Sullivan, followed by Jason White, Fowler, and Mike Graham, and Kerry Hahn rounds out the field in the 92X car. Problems for Sullivan, a spin in 2. So that's going to be a battle right there for the rest of the 5 laps between Sullivan and Hahn. Anderson Jr. goes by to complete lap number 4. Anderson Jr., your leader, followed by Dahl, Kornstrom, and then Jason White now in the 4th spot. Remember, top 4 drivers will transfer, and your top 4 drivers are as follows: Pete Anderson Jr., Orville Dahl, Cindy Kornstrom, and Jason White. The rest of the field, problems for Fowler. Fowler will engage the wall in turn 2, and amazingly enough, continue to drive. So now Anderson Jr. trying to get by Hahn, can't do it. Goes inside, can't do it, now goes outside. Anderson Jr. does not want to give it away. A nice piece of driving by Pete. Orville Dahl now in the 2nd spot. Right behind him, Kornstrom, and then Jason White. The 92, Kerry Hahn, is a down car. Problems for Fowler in turn number 4. And that will bring out the yellow checkered flag for your unofficial winner, Pete Anderson Jr. So our third qualifying heat of the afternoon, more like a demolition derby, but here comes your unofficial winner in the number 5 car, Pete Anderson Jr.
Well, we're looking for a green coming out of 4. Let's see what happens. Hey, started John Morley gives him the green. It is Bill Zarovich jumped out to an early lead coming out of 2. Amador getting racy coming down the backstretch. Amador into second on the third turn coming out of 4. Let's see. Amador, Zarovich. Coming out of second turn. Zarovich, Amador, Eddie Rhodes, Don Hicks in the Pink Panther, Mike McCreary, and John McCann. It is still Bill Zarovich way out in front. Don Hicks making the bid for second, coming out of 4. It's Don Hicks in third. Don Hicks put the pressure on Eddie Rhodes Jr. going into turn 3. We got a race for second place here. Mike McCreary coming up. Now we got Don Hicks trying to make a move on first place. It is Zarovich, Hicks, and cut. Eddie Rhodes, followed by McCreary and Amador. At the line for the white flag, it is Zarovich, Don Hicks, Eddie Rhodes, Amador, Mike McCreary spins the 71 Osasa Research Special. And here's Bill Zarovich, followed by Don Hicks, Eddie Rhodes, and Mark Amador. Bringing up the rear, Mike McCreary after spinning the 71 machine.
Okay, so our field is just about ready. The pace car from the right place, Acura of Stockton, has left the field. And here come our drivers towards the acceleration line. As I mentioned, 4 laps to determine our winner. And this is going to be a good one. We've got some good drivers out here. And we're going green. 4 laps. Hahn to the lead. Medina on the outside. Anderson on the second row on the inside. Then Soithet. Set just the way they started. Now they come down the backstretch. It's Hahn with the lead. Anderson Jr. now making a move. He steps on it. He drops down low. Soithet steps on the inside. He says, excuse me. And he'll push Anderson Jr. into Medina. Hahn will come by, complete lap 1 as your leader. Medina will be second. Soithet third, then Anderson Jr. Some damage to the front of that car. Hahn now will take him into turn 4 as they come by the grandstand. Here they come, Hahn, Medina, Soithet, and then Pete Anderson Jr. Lap 2 is complete. 2 down, 2 to go. Soithet squarely in 1, now out of 2. He's in the third spot. Anderson Jr. rounds out the field in 4th. Here comes your leader, Kerry Hahn in the 92. Then it's Medina in the 6th. There is no prize for second place. 1 lap to go. Hahn, your leader, he'll take him into 2. Medina is high in 2 and drops back down now. Hahn into turn 3. And he will come across the stripe as your unofficial winner of our Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash for the Pure Stock Division. Congratulations to Kerry Hahn. There they head for the acceleration line. John's got an eye. And there's your green flag. And they bunch up in two. Chappell's got the lead, but just by a nose. Hilton in the second spot. Crawford now drops back. So Chappell will take him out of turn 4 and past the grandstands. He'll lead lap number 1. It's Chappell, Hilton, Crawford, and Treadway. Don't count Treadway out. Believe me, he's got a view of the field. Chappell will come by as your leader to complete lap number 2. Right behind him, Hilton, 38-0. Crawford ducks to the inside. He's swapping pate with Hilton. The battle there for second, and Hilton will come out ahead. Here they come now out of 4. He'll take the white flag now on lap number 3. Chappell, Hilton, Crawford, and Treadway. And so, without much of a competition, here comes your unofficial winner, Scott Chappell, the number 15 car. And so now they swap paint between 1 and 2. Philpott your leader. Then it's Beltrama, Welsh, and Kirby. They bunch up in 3. And now out of 4, here comes your leader, and it's Philpott. Philpott will be your leader, lap number 1. Beltrama in the second spot. Kirby now high in the third spot. Welch fourth. Kirby now chases. He's in on the outside of Welch, and here comes Philpott to complete lap number 2. Philpott has got the fast car tonight, but don't give up on Welch. And so now your white flag will come out at lap 3. Philpott will take it first. It's Philpott, Beltrama, Kirby, and Welch. Philpott leads him down the backstretch now. Can Beltrama catch him? Beltrama will dive down low. Philpott on the outside. Beltrama now. It's Jason Philpott.
Be a 4-lap shootout here.
There's a green flag.
We've got Eddie Rhodes jumping into first. Don Hicks coming up. Amador jumping back into first.
Oh, Amador just dropped down low there, snuck in next to 78 Eddie Rhodes.
Can't hold it. Eddie Rhodes will get him wide. Whoa, the Pink Panther getting out of shape. Recouping very well and still making a bid for second place. Takes the low line. Oh, Rhodes into the wall, coming out at 2. White flag. It is Hicks, Amador, and McCreary. At the line, here's the checker for Don Hicks, followed by Amador, and just barely Don Hicks, Amador, and McCreary.
Well, first of all, before we get too much further, how about a nice hand for our trophy presenter this evening? A nice hand for Brandy Rodriguez, ladies and gentlemen. Brandy. Yeah, put that thing in gear, would you? All right. Oh, on our security, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash for the Renegade 360 division. He drives out of Patterson. His sponsors, McCreary Racing Tires, Thompson Chevy of Patterson, Almond Valley Chiropractic, 76 Racing Fuels, and Trident Truck Line. How about a nice hand for number 79, Don Higgs? Hey, Don, congratulations. Don, congratulations. Good job, buddy. Nice job. The Pink Panther. Hey, you know what? This is Jason Philpott.
I'm married.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It wasn't for me. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the winner. Don't shake your finger at me. The winner of our Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash for the Grand Am division. He drives out of Sacramento. His sponsors, Movado Body Shop, Wins, Pro Farms, Cook's Racing Pigs of Galt. And who in the heck is Joe Ortega? How about a nice hand for the driver of the 1P car, the young one, Jason Philpott! You demand tonight, Jason. He's married. Yeah, I know. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of our Subway Sandwich Trophy Dash for the Street Stock Division. He drives out of Lodi. He was the 98 Rookie of the Year. He was 5th in points last year. His sponsors, Transmissions by Hal, Gary Signs, PTC Inc., Randy's Race Palace, with special thanks to Dave Bender, the Knittle Crew, and Chapel Auto Transport. Give it up. This is a buddy of mine. How about a nice hand for Mr. Scott Chapel? All right, and finally, last but not least, and first of all, I want to really thank Subway Sandwich for all the fine work they do for us here at the 99 Speedway in sponsoring our trophy dashes. And finally, in the Pure Stock Division, driving out of Ripon, his sponsors, California Smog Check, Economy Muffler, Manteca Tow, Ed's Auto Wholesale, and Brave Bull of Modesto. Won't you please give them a nice Stockton 99 round of applause. A nice hand for Kerry Hahn. Congratulations, drivers. Scott, good job, buddy. Jason, nice job. And folks, we've still got a lot of racing ahead. Over 115 laps of main event racing. And we'll get it started here next with the Pure Stock Division.
Hello race fans and welcome to Alan Yorty Motorsports videos. While Alan Yorty's at the racetrack, he loves to visit Royce's Farms and Deli. Custom catering, barbecuing, look at this, tri-tip ribs, chicken and more. Check them out, they're so good. They do all those special events for you, they'll do anything. 886-5620. Royce's Farms, every Saturday night at Stockton 99 Speedway. Look at this menu. Tri-tip, kielbasa, barbecue chicken, double cheeseburger, single cheeseburger, homemade chili, and much more. So don't forget, race fans, that's Royce's Barbecue, up top, here at Stockton 99 Speedway. Royce's Barbecue.
Okay. And so I've got a good feeling this time they're going to head for that acceleration line, and we're going green. This is it. If not, I think we're sending some folks to the back. And there's your green flag. And it did not last for long. So Greenmeyer and Medina involved here right in front of the grandstands before turn one. The yellow comes out. And we will have one lap in the books complete, one official lap. And so now our driver is at the acceleration line, and we are set to go green. And there it is, green on. Well, a dandy piece of driving by Bolin in the 21 car to ward off any damage. Once again, a rough start, and that car on the infield and now idle. So your leader is Duncan in the 22 car, being challenged now by Mike Graham in the 17-minute C.W. Davis. Davis drops down low, trying to take that second position away from Graham. But Graham now makes a move on the leader. On the outside goes Graham. Dennis Duncan, 22, will lead him down the backstretch. Now Graham making yet another move. Into turn three, he'll go high. Graham high and Duncan low, and Duncan will fight him off. But not for long as Graham goes by as the leader, lap number 4. And so now Graham takes the undisputed lead down the backstretch, followed by Duncan. C.W. Davis on the outside of Duncan now. He goes high, Duncan low. And now Davis will take over the second spot. Fowler and Harper get into it a bit in front of the grandstand. And the 41 car of Greenmeyer has some problems in turn 3. Between 3 and 4, Greenmeyer comes in contact with the wall. That'll bring out the yellow flag as Pacheco spins in 2 on lap number 7. So Greenmeyer heading towards the pit. And obviously some problems to the front end, the steering, and the suspension for 41, Stacy Greenmeyer. And that will bring out the caution flag on lap number 7. How many are we going here? Thank you. And there's your green flag. Here come our drivers by the grandstand. Graham with the lead. Problems for the 35 Fowler car right in front of the grandstand. Spins out. Now back to the back of the back. 17. Graham, your leader. C.W. Davis in the second spot. 22 is Duncan. 10 is Sullivan. 05 Harper. 49 Horton. 40 Davis. 21 Bolin. 60 Medina. 92 is Pacheco. And 8 laps now in the book. And still your leader is Graham in the 17 car. At the halfway mark, still your leader. It's Graham in the 17, C.W. Davis 74, 22 is Duncan. In distant fourth is Sullivan in the 10J blue car. Then it's Harper, Horton, Davis, Bolin, Fowler, Medina, and Pacheco. And some problems between 1 and 2 for the 35 car of Fowler. That car just can't seem to turn left tonight. So that'll just about do it for the 35 car of Fowler. I think he may be dizzy. And so your leader completes 15 laps now. 15 laps in the book. Your leader is still Mike Graham. And so now 17 in the books. Let's see. Mike Graham still your leader now, beginning to lap the field. He'll go by Stacy Medina, and he'll head for Nelson Pacheco in the 92X car as they come by the grandstand to complete lap number 18. Your leader, Mike Graham. Now here comes the distant second, C.W. Davis in the 74. Then it's the 22 car of Dennis Duncan. And then the 4th spot is the 05 car of Fowler. And there is your white flag for the leader. 1 lap to go. It's time to meet our drivers for the, sorry about that, little delay there in our main event for the Street Stock Division. First up in the number 0 car, driving out of Stockton. Third in points in 98 is sponsors Paz Performance Center, Energy Wise Mechanical, Dave Morara Construction, Hank and Tony's Fencing, and Rebco Tow. A nice hand for the wild thing, Jerry Crawford! I want to hear you, fans. Let's make some noise here. Come on. Next up, driving out of Stockton, it's the 1998 champion, ladies and gentlemen. His sponsors, Driveline Service, Valamet Inc., Praxair, Aramark, B&R Engines, Performance Backhoe, a nice hand for number 8, Kerry Treadway! Next up, out of Lodi, driving the 84 Chevy Monte Carlo, 98 Rookie of the Year and 5th in points. Transmissions by Hal, Gary Signs, PTC Inc., Randy's Race Palace. Special thanks to Dave Bender, the Caniddle Crew, and Scott Chapel Auto Transport. A nice hand for number 15, Scott Chapel! Next up, out of Manteca in the 76 Camaro, 9th in points in 98 after missing 8 races. Sponsored by TP Ranch, Manor Ranch Incorporated, Steve Enos General Contracting, Moorman's Water Systems, Hilton's Electric, Auntie Mary, Brown & Tire, Accent Carpets, U.S. Food Service, Acampo Ag Service, Smart and Final Food Distributors. A nice hand for number 38, Joe Hilton! Next up, out of Clements, his sponsors, Auto House, Auto Body and Paint, Lodi, Backhoe, and Dump Truck, with special thanks to Dastardly Dan Dabbs. A nice hand for the number 1 car of Johnny Burnt. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, he drives the number 56 car out of Modesto. A nice hand for Greg Albiani. Next up out of Lockford, sponsored by Floorman, Napa of Lockford, Brackett's Garage, K&K Tire and Wheel, Foothill Pizza, Vintage Car and Truck Muffler Man, Central Cow Auto, Electric, T&N Paint and Body. Welcoming new sponsors, Friar Door of Manteca, Shakers Pizza of Newark, and Osborne Lumber of Newark. A nice hand for number 7, Jeremy Hammond. Next up, driving out of Modesto in the 73 Camaro, his sponsors, Capex Insurance of Modesto, and his mom and dad. A nice hand for number 17, Scott Griffith. And last but not least, certainly, driving out of Lodi, his sponsors, Brannan Tire, Meeks Building Center, G&S Design, Lodi Avenue Liquors, Motors by B.J. McDonald, Kevin Wall, thanks to Dave Davis, Heads by Steve, and Galswick Racing. A nice hand for the Camaro Slayer, Mike Garcia. Gentlemen, drivers, start your engines. And so now Garcia will lead him towards the acceleration line in 3 and 4, and we're set to go. And that looked good. Here's your green flag on 25 laps for the Street Stocks. Garcia jumps right out to the lead. It's Garcia into turn 2, followed by Hammond. Then it's 17 Griffith, 56 Albiani. On the outside, Treadway, Hilton, Burnt, Crawford, and Chappell at the rear. Garcia crosses to complete lap number 1 now. Garcia completes lap number 1 as the winner. 17 a problem for Griffith as he spins in 2 onto the infield. The rest goes by. Garcia will now come by to complete lap number 2, and the yellow will come out. And so we'll regroup at lap number 2 on our way to 25. Garcia, your leader, Hammond, second, then Crawford, then Treadway. And there's your green flag. And Hammond gets a boost, and he jumps to the front ahead of Garcia. Chappell making a move now. He's on the outside. He'll take the second spot. Garcia now third. Crawford moving into the third position, taking it away from Garcia now. And here they come by the grandstand. Neck and neck, it's Chappell and Hammond. Then it's Crawford, Garcia, Burnt, Albiani, Treadway, Hilton, and Griffith. And that Chappell car is fast. 4 complete. Chappell, your leader, a spin involving Albiani and the 17 car of Griffith will bring out the yellow on lap 4. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about racing here. You can be running away with it, and then, of course, a spin somewhere towards the back brings out the yellow and will bring you right back to the pack, which is indeed the case here for number 15, Scott Chappell. Just beginning to open up a bit of a lead, and then 2 cars not having anything to do with him spin in turn number 4, bring out the caution, and bring him back to the pack. So there's the pace car from the Right Place Acura of Stockton. Albiani in the infield. And there's the green flag now. And Chappell will complete lap number 6 as your leader. He's chased by Jerry Crawford in the second spot now, and Treadway begins to make his move in the third spot. Then it's Hammond, number 7, and Hilton, 38. That's your top 5. The rest of the field is Griffith, Garcia, and Burnt. Well, Chappell on his way to making it 2 weeks in a row. He's your leader, completing lap number 11 now. He's chased by Jerry Crawford and Kerry Treadway in the 8 car. A distant 4th is Jeremy Hammond. He battles with Joe Hilton for the 4th spot, and Hammond will take him down the backstretch. Hilton may dive down low or continue to draft Hammond, and he does. Chappell completes lap number 12 on a way to 25, 13 to go. And so 13 laps are complete, and Treadway begins to make a move towards the front. Problems for Hammond and Hilton, and then a head-on between Hammond and the 1 car of Johnny Burnt. And it looks like significant damage to the front end of the number 1 Johnny Burnt car. Looks as though it may have a cut tire, and obviously some damage to the front end. So that will bring out the caution on lap number 14. Thanks, John. Lap number 14, your leader is Scott Chappell. Then it's Jerry Crawford. Number 8 is Kerry Treadway. And the 4th spot will be updated momentarily. And there's your green flag. And as Chappell comes by, expect Treadway to begin to make his move now. Treadway's got his eyes set first on Hilton, then Crawford, then your leader. It's Chappell, 15. The rest of the field is Hammond, Griffith, and Garcia. And Treadway trying to make his move now on Hilton. And it looks as though the number 1 car of Johnny Burnt will head back to the field. Oh, it's against the winter thing. And so now Chappell completes lap number 21, 4 to go. Treadway now beginning to see some daylight. And so 3 laps to go now for Chappell to see if he can make it 2 weeks in a row. And now Crawford beginning to make a move. Crawford making a move on Chappell. Crawford diving down low, trying to get by. Chappell fights him off down the backstretch into 3 now. Crawford will try to dive down low on Chappell. Not this time. There's your white flag. Crawford's got 1 lap to go to catch Chappell. Chappell could make it 2 weeks in a row on main event. Chappell down the backstretch now into turn number 3. Here comes Crawford. He's going to dive down low. And your winner will be Scott Chappell. And ladies and gentlemen, Stockton 99 race fans, won't you please put your hands together for the winner 2 weeks in a row. The main event for the Street Stock Division. There he is, Scott Chappell! 2 weeks in a row. The second spot going to the wild thing, Jerry Crawford in the 0 car. The third spot going to number 8, Kerry Treadway. And the 4th spot going to the 38 car of Joe Hilton. Congratulations to all of our drivers.
And while you guys fight for candy and everything, let's run through the lineup a little bit. Number 84, John McCann. His sponsors are Sunset Speedway up in Banks, Oregon. Number 5, Bill Zarovich. Sponsors are LJ Target Express and McCoy Enterprises. Number 6, Mike Johnson. Sponsored by M&M Race Cars out of Concord, and this car is for sale. All offers are considered. Number 77, Mark Amador, is sponsored by Westport Tow, C.L. Bryant 76 Racing Fuels, MKM Machine and Fabricators, Amador Farms, Yosemite Machine, and Homeowners Electric. Number 78, Eddie Rhodes Jr. out of Don Pedro, sponsored by Wife and himself. Number 71, Mike McCreary, the only one that you see out there without a wing. However, he's really doing a heck of a job for racing without a wing. It is very difficult. Anyway, his sponsors are Oval Chassis Research and Custom Racing Chassis. And of course, number 79, your Trophy Dash winner. We nicknamed him the Pink Panther. Don Hicks out of Patterson. He's a young Don Hicks today. His sponsors are McCready Racing Tires, Thompson Chevrolet out of Patterson, Hammond Valley Chiropractic in Ripon, Red Line Lounge in Patterson, 76 Racing Fuels, and Trident Trucking out of Hayward. Your number 4 that couldn't make it, incidentally, Randy Fetters Jr., we hate to hear that. Randy's come out here, he has some tough luck out here. Also, number 68, Marvin Mitchell. We would have loved to seen him out here. It would have been a good race with Mitchell, McCreary, Hicks.
And so it looks as though our pace truck will leave the track. Our driver's headed for the acceleration line, and we're set to go green on 20 laps of main event racing action with the Renegade 360 Sprint Division. And here we go, John.
And it is Zarovich out front again, early lead. Looks like Mike Johnson on number 6 having a fuel problem earlier, and it looks like it's evident he is still having a fuel problem. At the line, we've got Bill Zarovich on number 5, Amador, Hicks, McCreary, McCann, and Johnson. Coming out of 4, we've got Zerovich and the Pink Panther coming on. Got a race for first. Zerovich and the Pink Panther. Meanwhile, you've got Amador and McCreary fighting for third place.